All right, welcome back. We are getting into the tools. What are the tools we need to use to finally get started and create some videos? Now, we are going to, again, keep it simple. There are ways that you can absolutely overcomplicate creating videos. And we will talk about ways to make it a little bit more technical, but we want to first start with simplicity as always. So let's talk about the top 5 tools that you're actually gonna need. And if we want to make it bigger, better, we'll go from there. All right, so first we start with our camera. And to make it super simple, you can start with the camera that's right in your phone. Yes, you've probably, hopefully done this before, but most people who have any smartphone at this point, the cameras are really good. Whether it's an iPhone or an Android, you're going to probably have a pretty decent camera in your own phone. I use a Samsung phone and it's really great. The camera does awesome. This video that I'm recording right now is just the camera that's on my laptop computer. So when you're making videos like this, there's lots of ways to overcomplicate it, but you don't have to. But with that said, you may want to use a camera. If you really want to get into photo editing and video editing and do something a little bit more in depth, you can use a DSLR camera, kind of like the one you see in the photo, which is a Canon. Canon seems to be the brand that a lot of people use. They have, ranges in pricing. They could be as low as a few $100s to over a couple $1,000s. And definitely you can find those. You can find them on Amazon. I will definitely link a list of possible tools below this video, so you can have some examples of some tools that you can use if you want. But if you're just getting started, or if you want to keep things simple, just start with your camera that's already in your smartphone, because they will work just fine to film these videos. You don't need a super fancy, expensive camera, again, unless you really, really want one. If you want something a little more high tech, then try like the Canon EOS Rebel DSLR is an example for you to try. And a lot of us know that you can do a selfie style video with your own camera, exactly like she's doing, just to kind of give you a picture of what that would look like in this short little video here. You can actually just hold your camera in front of you, press record, and start talking. And you can also use tools to make it easier to hold, and we'll get to that in 1 minute. But you also want to probably have some lighting. Now, if you're going to do a video outside with natural light, that works great too. You might work in a salon where the lighting is pretty decent. Sometimes, though, you want to be careful, because the lighting could be more overhead, or it could have weird shadows or weird angles. And so you want to pay attention to light up the face. A lot of you, obviously, if you're taking pictures already in your salon, you already have something like a ring light for you to take hair photos. And that same ring light could work really well also for your videos, right? And sometimes, like in this picture here, the ring light will even have a place for you to put the phone, so you can just put it up there, press record, and stand in front. You could do this at home. You could do it in your salon. You could do it wherever you have a background or a setting. If you want to get a little more fancy, you can do a bigger umbrella light, or you could do 2 ring lights. You could do different angles of lighting, right? But lighting is super important. So I do recommend that you invest in a good kit. I 1000% think it's a worthy investment. I've actually used the same kit for a few years now that I use. So it's going to depend what you're wanting to do. But using a good lighting kit will help you avoid poor lighting in your shots, which will ultimately help making the editing process easier. What you don't want is bad lighting. What you don't want are weird shadows. What you want is people to be able to actually see you. And if you notice how other people record their videos on Instagram and YouTube and different things, you'd be surprised how much lighting actually goes into really lighting up their face. Right now, I do have a ring light, plus I have some daylight coming in, and it's not super bright because you don't actually need to see a whole lot of me in these videos, but it's just enough that if I didn't have that ring light, I would be really dark, and that would kind of just be weird for the video. So lighting is definitely, and a lot with the ring lights, you can change, you can have a cool tone, a warm tone, a neutral tone. You can have brighter or dimmer, and just kind of practice with what works for you. But start simple. You can get one of these ring lights on Amazon. I think I even got one at like a discount store like Marshall's, something like that. And then Best Buy will have them as well. And third is a tripod. So if you're going to be talking in front of the video, you want to have a place to hold your camera or your phone, right? And that could be a tripod. That could also be like a gimbal, which is in the top right picture. It kind of holds, so it's kind of like a selfie stick, but it has like other functions as well. So you can hold it up in front of you and record, or you can set it down like a tripod and just set your phone in there and record. So either way, you want to have a handy little tool so you don't need someone recording you, and then also avoid making shaky videos by having, it set somewhere. And that's the worst. And a quick way to make viewers skip your video is with shaky video. So just have somewhere to hold your phone or camera, and make sure your tripod mount fits your phone or camera. If you do decide to get a tripod or order one, make sure that they fit together. Lots of different choices, whether it's Best Buy or some electronics store, or Amazon is always a good way to go for that. And so, of course, down below this video, I will have a list for you of some possible choices for you to choose from. And you probably will want to have a microphone. So I recommend for you to get a lavalier microphone, which is the microphone that you see in the photos. It's basically a tiny little microphone that you can just clip to your shirt while you're talking. And you can also plug it right into your phone, so that makes it easy to use. But if you're standing in front of your camera, if you're too far away, so usually you can get one that has a long enough cord, right? There's also some, and I'll put them again in the list below the video, where you clip the microphone to your shirt, but then it's attached to like a little power supply box, and then it has like an antenna that you also have connected to your phone or camera. So it works a little bit differently. But if you're just starting simple, then you can get one of these lavalier microphones from Amazon for pretty cheap and just plug it straight into your phone. And just don't stand too far away from your phone, right? Just stand right in front of the phone, and then that will work great. For making videos like this one, I usually use something like this, which is like a video microphone that's like a little more intense. And you can just kind of like set it on your desk, which gives really good sound quality. But you don't have to have that, right? Something like that is like $100. It could be more. A lavalier microphone is I don't know, maybe somewhere around $40, but I'll put some listings in the download below to give you some ideas. But the most important thing with that is that you do want for people to be able to hear you clearly, right? It's so important that the volume not be too low. It's important that the volume, the quality of the sound of the audio be good enough that someone will continue to listen to you. So these little lavalier microphones work pretty well, and you just need to be, again, standing close enough to your camera or phone so that the cord is long enough. And tool number 5 is the exciting part. It's the video editing app. Now, this could be an app on your phone or an app on a software app on your computer. A lot of times nowadays, it's just so quick and easy to use a phone app, right? Because you can record the video with your phone and then immediately throw it into an app right on your phone, do your editing right there, and then boom, just upload it onto Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever you're using. Even YouTube, you can do that as well. So there's different types of apps that you can use. There's actually a lot, right? So I'm going to give you some choices and examples, and then I'll tell you what I use and what I like the best. But just so you know, like, there's apps coming out every day, and some of these apps have been around a while and some are just getting better and better. So that's good news for us because they make it so easy to edit really awesome videos, and it looks like you had somebody do it professionally, right? So the one I use a lot is actually Canva, and I started using it as a design program, right? I used it for my website. I used it for Instagram posts, and you can use it for lots of. You can use it for posters and greeting cards and logos, and even I use it to make these slides, right? All of these slides in this video training are created inside Canva, so it's pretty cool. And they also added videos, so you can even edit videos and not so much edit videos, but you can edit the actual templates and the background and the design that goes around the videos. So it used to be just mostly for the post that I would use it to create posts, like a little design post, not videos, but now you can have your video and then add it inside, if that makes sense. Like, you can do a story. You can make like a story post look really cool inside Canva. InShot is probably the one I would use the most. It has really great functions, really great templates, editing, just lots of really cool stuff. You can add captions, and you can add designs and music and all the things you need to make your post stand out really well, especially when it comes to videos. Quick is one I've definitely used. I've even used it for like Facebook ads, where you can they have little templates and you can just throw in a bunch of still shots. So you can basically turn a whole bunch of photos into a video, right? And it does the transitions, and you add the music, and you can add the captions. And that's a really cool one. And also with CapCut, similar. These are all very similar. Visco has been around a long time. Hyperlapse kind of lets you speed up the video. So let's say you're gonna take a video of you actually doing a whole color service. So you can video yourself, record yourself doing the whole service, and then you can speed it up really fast. So that's really cool too. A lot of these ones just have a lot of different options to use. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to fit it all in this video, I'm going to go ahead, and in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how and why to use some of these apps. So a lot of them are the same, but some of them have different functionality. So I'm going to show you what I like about the specific apps and what I would use it for. So that's going to be in the next video. And then we're also going to talk about if you did want to hire a videographer in your area. Let's say you're a salon owner and you want to get a video that's more of a commercial style video or a little bit more produced. Some of these videos you can also use on Yelp. I think you have to pay extra, but they let you upload a video if you're getting a lot of clients through Yelp. Yelp is a little controversial because of the way they try to always get you to pay for stuff. But some people do put a video up on there. You don't need to. Like, that's not going to be something I would definitely recommend. First, if you're going to do a commercial style video, I would say to use it inside of a Facebook ad, and I would say to use it on a YouTube channel. That's going to be like even a YouTube ad, right? Where you pay Google a little bit of money and they show your video inside of other video channels. So that's a great way to get more clients if you have a little bit higher budget, right? But these are some examples, and maybe you've played with some already. It's actually pretty fun and addicting to try some of these out and see what they can do. It's really fun. Most of them are free. Some of them are free, but then there's like in-app purchases, so there's lots of ads. Some you can pay just a couple dollars a week or a couple dollars a month to use, and it's totally worth it. So we'll talk more about how to use each app specifically in the next video, and we still have more to come. So I'll see you in the next video.